so misery, it's no mystery.
You arranged the dishes for the breakfast on the table and was waiting for your husband who was getting ready to go office. Good morning, sweetheart. He came and hugged you from back, wrapping his hands around your waist as you stood beside the dining table. Good morning, Jungkook. Only good morning? Isn't there my gift? He asked, pouting after turning you at him. Ah, sorry, I forgot. I'll give you now. You stood on toes and kissed on his forehead. Yes, that's my morning gift to boost up my energy. You should not forget to give it Charlie, okay? He pecked one of your cheek and sat in the chair. Wow, smell is so good. What did you make today? One of my favorite dishes again. You nodded with a smile. Kimchi toast, you said and served on his plate. Wow, great. You also sit one. He smiled and dug the toast with his knife to cut into pieces. After having a bite, he was not satisfied. One, pass me the sauce. As he asked, you passed the sauce to him. Then he noticed a bruise on your wrist as the sleeve of your t-shirt moved back, revealing your wrist. Who did that to you? His calm and cool face turned into angry, making you started scared of him. His voice was like a roar. What, Jungkook? I'm not understanding. You asked him as you were confused about what he was asking because you didn't notice that bruise was revealed. Who did hurt you? Why do you have that bruise? He asked, raising his brows. Then you understand what he was asking about. You quickly pulled the sleeve on it, but it was already late. Nothing, Jungkook. It was because of my bracelet. It was tight, so. You stuttered with fear. Then he again asked the same question, looking at the knife while twirling in his hand. But you still didn't say. As you awake the psycho in him, he stabbed the knife on toast and came closer to you. You were shivering by seeing his dark gaze, which was right in front of your widened eyes. Tell me now, how did it happen? Who did this to you? Don't test my patience, Van. No one, Jungkook. It's just a small scar. Leave it, please. It will fade away. Your lips were trembling to speak. Will you tell me the reason? It's my boss. My boss did it. You said, shutting your eyes as you couldn't see the face of him, which was turned red out of anger. Ah, that man. I think I gave him many chances. Today he will be out in my hands. You are gulping the lumps, looking at his beast face. Jungkook, please calm down. Please calm down. Not today. Till now I gave him many chances. Now no more chances. One, let's go. He took you along with him. He didn't hear you even though you tried to stop him. Jungkook, stop it. I need this job. Please don't fight with him. Let's go inside, Jungkook. You were begging him, crying, but he ignored you and drove off to your office. You thought you can stop him in the middle coming to your office, but unfortunately he didn't hear you and came straight into your boss' cabin. Even security tried to stop him. Mr. Han, how dare you to hurt my wife? Van, what's happening here? Hey man, you get out. Before he could finish the sentence, Jungkook grabbed the throat of Han and pinned him to the wall. I won't leave you today. He was squeezing the throat, making him feel the trouble to catch a breath. As everything was going out of your hands, you revealed the truth to him. Jungkook, stop it. You screamed, making him leave your boss. He turned at you surprised because you never yelled at him like this in a high-pitched tone. Enough, Jungkook, enough. He isn't the one hurted me. You are the one that hurt me and is hurting me. Me? What are you saying, Van? Not here. Let's go home and talk. No, you should stay here. He insisted you. As you couldn't convince him, you explained everything what he did to you, how he behaves, how he ended up hurting you. The person who wants to protect me desperately was hurting me all this time. Yes, whenever he hurts you, you say your boss name instead of him because you are scared that he will end up hurting himself. One thing is, he won't remember anything by next morning after hurting you with his actions. Hearing you, he felt like his heart was stabbed by a knife. Words stopped at the throat. He just stood like a stone looking down as he felt bad for you. Seeing him in that way, you felt like someone cleansed your heart. Jungkook, you have a personality disorder. I know it wasn't your mistake. Because of your another personality you're behaving like this. Without replying to you, he was leaving from there. Van, what is this? I would have lost my life. Can't you take care of your psycho husband? Sir, please don't say that. He is just a patient. I'm sorry, Mr. Hunt. Don't shout at my wife, else I have to start from where I left. Hunt gulped with fear. Jungkook left from there, leaving you in the office without saying anything, even though you tried to stop him. Van, I can understand you, but I'm sorry. You are not working here anymore. Good luck. You couldn't even request him after what Jungkook did to him, as you felt you were the reason for this. 2 days ago. Jungkook, please leave me. It's so painful. You are begging him to free your hand from his grip. No, I won't. How can you not take care of yourself? Every time you do the same thing. You can see how scary his face was. Even though he is your beloved husband, sometimes you will be scared of his other personality. I'm sorry, Jungkook. I will take care of myself. He scoffed at you while gripping your wrist somewhat tight, leaving a red scar on your skin. Really? This is the 100th time I have heard this from you. This is the last time I'm excusing, okay? He left your hand and went out from the room, leaving you in tears, which you hid from him. There you dropped on the floor and letting your tears out, as you couldn't do nothing else than this. What can I do? How can I change you, Jungkook? I want the old Jungkook with whom I fell in love with. But God, please help me. I think I can't cure him. You are sobbing, closing your mouth with hands as your husband doesn't want to hear you. You and Jungkook got married a year back. It was not an arranged marriage, it was a love marriage. While you both were studying in your universities, you guys fell in love with each other. As your parents agreed, you got married to him. As he doesn't have anyone, you treated him like your child. He was nice at the beginning days of your marriage, but slowly he started changing like a person whom you never imagined. Literally, he was behaving like a psycho. He is being overprotective. Sometimes he becomes like a sweet person and sometimes he behaves like a mad person. Days passed. You understand he has a multiple disorder. He turned out like this because he was super protective about you. He can't tolerate if anyone hurts him, but he doesn't know that he himself is hurting you with his care. While thinking about him, many times you got hurted by yourself. Every time he controlled his anger, but this time he couldn't because this time he saw your finger bleeding because of cutting vegetables for dinner. As he was holding up his anger since many times, But this time he couldn't and burst out and ended up hurting you again without his knowledge. Jungkook, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make you normal. Please come back. You were sobbing, leaning on to the bed, bringing your knees close to your chest. At present, Jungkook came home and rushed inside the bedroom. You also came as you followed him in a cab. No, I made a mistake. He was moving back and forth, shaking his hand as he was getting angry with him. You can see how bad he was feeling for hurting you. Jungkook, please listen to me. You were trying to talk with him, but he wasn't in a situation to hear you or understand you. He literally felt he did a sin. Slowly, one by one incident which he hurt you started flashing in front of his eyes, making him torture more. He came to you and put your hands on his cheeks and said, beating his cheeks with your hands while you trying to take back, "Van, please punish me, please punish me." No, Jungkook, how can I do that? It wasn't your mistake. Please listen to me once. Tears streaming down your eyes. He didn't hear you and break the glass table with the hand he hurt you. Jungkook, when then his hands started bleeding, making you more hurt. Seeing him in that way literally turned like a psycho. Yeah, don't hurt me more with this type of actions. You quickly went closer to him and tried to take his hand, but he was putting you back, saying not to come to him. But you didn't hear and hugged him tightly, as this was the only way to calm the storm in him. Shh, calm down, Jungkook, calm down. If you really don't want to hurt me, then stop all this. Please, for my sake, I don't want you to get hurt. But what I did was wrong, Van. I'm sorry. It's okay, don't talk for some time. You just relax. You both were in that position for a while. After that, you broke the hug and made him sit on the bed and took a first aid kit from the nightstand drawer. As you tied his hand earlier with a cloth, bleeding started stopping. Slowly you removed it and dressed his wound. When I'm really sorry, I didn't know that. As he was not stopping, you pressed your lips on him to control. Then when the dopamine released and slowly calmed down his anxiety, as he now became somewhat normal again, he goes back to his cute Romeo character, which was his originality. In that moment, you both make out a love. Next day, as he agreed, you came to the therapist on your friend's suggestion to cure his disease. Mrs. John, I need to talk with your husband personally. Can you please wait in the next room? Mr. Kim saw worriedness on Jungkook's face while you were leaving, as if he thought you were leaving him permanently. Mr. Jungkook, don't worry, she isn't leaving you. She'll be waiting for you in the next room. Then he relaxed. You went to the room and there you can hear whatever Mr. Kim and Jungkook talks. Mr. Jungkook, I will just ask you a few simple questions. After answering them, you can leave. From his questions, he got to know Jungkook has a trauma. Jungkook loves his mother a lot. While she was suffering with illness, his father neglected her. Not only her, he even neglected Jungkook. Because of that, Jungkook's mother passed away, leaving a 9-year-old Jungkook alone. And from the slowly turn like this, one thought planted in his mind, and that he should not behave like his father. Since then, he was being over-loving and overprotective about his loved ones. But it became advanced after marrying you, as you are the only one who have to him. He could not be at ease even if a small harm happened to you. From this, you understand love can be more dangerous than anything when you deeply indulge in it. Mr. Jungkook, you're completely fine. Don't worry, I'll talk with your wife about some proceedings. You please wait outside. I have to discuss it with her. Then Jungkook came out of his cabin. Don't worry, I'll never leave you. He kissed on his forehead and came inside. Please be seated, Van. Doctor, what to do now? How can I change him normal? Is it because of me? You are so concerned about him and started tearing up. Don't worry, it can be cured but needs a lot of patience and time. I can do whatever it takes to make him normal. Please see the solution to this. Tears streaming down your cheeks. Van, please be strong. Only medicines can't help him. Your love, your assurance to him is most important. Love? I'm already loving him, right? You asked, wiping your tears as you confused. Not only love, you should be open up with him. You should be with him most of the time. Make him not involved in the things which he loves other than you. Show other people's lives, and most important is let him understand about self-love. He is completely dependent on you. Once he get to know that about self-love, this type of problem won't rise. He just needs support. Trust the process, everything will be solved. Okay, doctor, thank you. I'll do whatever it takes to get my Jungkook back. All the best, Van. You smiled at him with hope and left from there. 1 month later, you started spending time with him more. Even you found a work from home job. As you are not a rich family, you both worked to live. Slowly, Jungkook started healing, but he wasn't changed completely. Slowly learning self-love. Sometimes his anxiety comes up without any reason. If you get hurt because of things in the kitchen or anything, he hurts them instead of you. As Mr. Kim said, no need to worry because it was a fast sign of change in him. One fine day, you got to know that you are pregnant. Oh no, it will be the happiest moment in every woman's life, but in my life, I don't even know what to do. What if he feels more anxious? Now only he is changing. To seek advice, you called to Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim, I'm pregnant. Is it safe for the baby? Will Jungkook take this normally or else? Van, relax. It's happy news. In fact, this is a great beginning to change him completely. What? But how will that happen? Now, excessive love over you will be shifted on your baby. As he already changed slightly, it will be absolute safe. But you should give equal love to both. You understood what he meant because every woman starts loving her child more than husband. You smiled and cut the call. Who is that one? You seem happy. Jungkook, who came to the living room, asked as he saw brightness on your face. Ah, it was Mr. Kim. He was just checking on you. By the way, I have a good news to share with you. What's that one? You are going to be a father. Hearing the news, he lifted you up and twirled out of happiness. Then he put you down and started showering your face with his kisses. Oh my god, thank you for this one. I'm so happy about this. You felt happy and also relieved after seeing his reaction as you thought something bad might happen. But you got a hope that because of your unborn baby, everything is going to be normal. I'm so happy, Jungkook. You hugged him smiling happily. Van, from now on, you are not going to work anymore. I'll take care of everything, okay? Okay, my dear husband. You pecked on his lips. When you got a person who won't leave your hand in a tough situation, that's when your mental health starts improving. Along with the support, what if love and patience joins? That's when mentally ill person turns from ill to well. It's the end. Thanks for watching.